The article starts from the idea that The Little Prince is found on the border between children's literature and philosophical reflection, inviting the reader to follow the existential core hidden beneath an apparently naive story. The author uses the setting of the meeting between the pilot and the little prince in the desert as a narrative pretext to question meaning, death, and responsibility in a troubled era. Along the interplanetary journey, every adult the prince encounters becomes a mask of a sterile obsession, power, vanity, greed that takes his eyes off what matters. From this collage emerges a gentle but relentless critique of materialism and social superficiality in favor of a life lived through the significance of human connections. The author traces the tension between the innocence of childhood and the tired pragmatism of adulthood, showing how imagination and wonder are repressed by the serious gaze of the adult. The anecdote of the drawing of the boa constrictor that swallowed an elephant becomes the emblem of this cultivated blindness, contrasted with the clarity of the child who sees beyond appearances. Beyond this axis, the approach argues that meaning is not gathered from possessions or ranks, but is born from relationships, friendship, love, care, in which assumption becomes the criterion of value. The story of the rose shows how the uniqueness of another is built through time, patience, and care, even if his vanity can hurt. The encounter with the fox establishes the pedagogy of taming, a lesson about patience, trust, and the truth that the essential is recognized only through the heart, not through the eyes. The snake, an ambivalent symbol of death and returning home, introduces the acceptance of the limit as a passage, not as an end, placing the story under the sign of transformation. In this allegorical matrix, the planets and adult figures embody wanderings of consciousness, warning against self-importance and routine that stifles meaning. The author inventories the symbols, the rose, the fox, the snake, as a coherent fabric that connects morality to metaphysics and intuits an ethic of responsibility. From a stylistic point of view, the analysis insists on Saint-Exupéry's poetically simple prose, which combines childish fable with melancholic reflexivity. The first-person narrative, in a retrospective register, imprints a nostalgic tone, oscillating between wonder and regret, which reinforces the humanistic message of the short story. The watercolor illustrations, discreetly integrated, complete the dreamlike atmosphere and dialogue with the text to maintain the delicacy of expression. Culturally, The Little Prince is presented as a global phenomenon of reception, a 20th century classic that has crossed languages, school curricula, and generations due to its universality. Although it initially puzzled some critics, the work's prestige grew with the emotional echo reported by readers and with increasingly diverse academic interpretations. Today, the short story functions simultaneously as an initiatory story and as a pivot for existential, theological, or post-colonial discussions without losing its simplicity of access. The conclusion of the essay is clear. The real matters of consequence lie in fidelity, friendship, empathy, and in preserving the curiosity of the inner child. Thus, in the face of the cynicism and noise of the world, The Little Prince remains a call to relearn to see with the heart and to rediscover spiritual meaning in everyday life.